Welcome back, folks. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing pretty good myself, and I have received some items in the mail. Uh-oh, I'm missing one. Where did I put it? Oh, it's up here. Okay, so some new stuff came in from RC Mart, and then a couple other like random purchases I made. First off, I did pick up this set right here. Honestly, I don't know why I slept on this one when it released. I don't know. I guess I just wasn't really into this stuff back then, but I am now. I really like the Range Rovers and Land Rovers that Mini DT makes, especially the Camel Trophy versions. So, not big on the figures, but I am happy to pick this one up. That's going to be really cool, especially next to this one, because this is the dirty version of a Land Rover, and this is a dirty version of a Range Rover, so that'll be a pretty cool combo. What next? So, picked up one of these. If you guys are in the States, go check out My Guy Collectibles. He recently had someone sell his shop a case of this one and a case of the black ones, and so he put them up on his website, $50 each. I was missing this one, so I ended up picking it up. I figured $50 is a very, very fair price for it. So, really excited about that one. And then I guess the last thing is the RC Mart order. And I got a couple older Tarmac works in it. Both of them are the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Wagon. This one's from Super Tyque 2006 in the Öhlins livery. Really cool. Kind of looks like Spoon, like exactly like Spoon. And then I also got this one, the Mitsubishi Lancer wagon from Super Tyque 2007. I think it's got some chrome red details on there. So yeah, really excited about those. I think there's also a Puma one from Super Tyque at some point. I might try to pick up one of those as well. But on to the actual meat and potatoes, the Mini GT. It was only 4, actually, so really not that much. But 4 pretty cool ones. Liberty Walk Abarth, the 595. So I have this one. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm not a super big fan of this casting. I would much prefer if they gave us a stock Abarth 595 or 695. I think there's a 695, and I think I like the 695 a little more. But anyways, so yeah, I haven't been collecting all of these. I did pick up the pink one when it was released, and then I picked up this one. These are probably the only 2 liveries that I'm going to get, unless they do something really cool. But yeah, we don't get a lot of pink in Diecast, and then the Fighters Works liveries on Liberty Walk stuff is always really cool. So we'll have to look at those at some point. So there was that. Another Lancia Stratos, which I'm actually really excited for. I love these cars. Old rally cars like this. Super cool, and the Stratos is awesome. So that one's really cool. And then the BMW 750iL from James Bond is finally here. This one has been delayed for quite a while, it feels like. But yeah, this is awesome. I can't wait for some stock versions of this. So we'll definitely be taking a look at that. I didn't realize it in photos, but this is actually, it's a silver metallic, but it has like a tinge of like pink or violet in it, like a lavender type of like tint to the silver. It's really cool. Last but not least, which you guys already know is what we're looking at today. This one came in the last order, but this was the 4th and final thing in this like mail call. Nissan LB-ER34 Super Silhouette in the athlete livery. Pretty cool. I think this is the same card art we've gotten on each of the previous versions of this casting, but I do like this livery, and they added some really nice printing on the tires for this one. So, actually, some of the other ones might have as well, which I do have a couple of the older ones here. The black one, which was number 844. These were both regular releases. There have been some event models. I don't have the event models. Don't care about them. I'm sure most of you guys feel the same way. I'm just over the hype with that kind of stuff, personally. But yeah, black one. This one I feel like probably made some Hot Wheels collectors very angry. And then number 843 was the black and red one. So very nice casting. I actually do like it quite a bit. These silhouette castings they tend to be my higher on my list when it comes to Liberty Walk stuff. And I do like them quite a bit. But anyways, there's those two. I'm going to go ahead and get this one cracked open. And we will take a look at it. Along with that S15 over there as well. So yeah, like I said, pretty nice card art. I'm pretty sure these are not... Well, obviously these aren't real photos. Sometimes they do real photos on them, but these are not, I don't think. One of these silhouettes was kind of... Like, there was a photo that was pretty similar to this, and then Mini DT kind of changed it up. I just hope they're not using AI for these photos. That would kind of suck. I hope I hope Mini DT actually has an artist that does all their, all that kind of stuff for like the card art, blisters, boxes. Anyways, so there is that one. Let's go ahead and open this one up as well. And these are both in the same livery, which is why I feel like it's a perfect combo. Get that in the trash. Okay. Does this one have tire printing, though? I think I know the answer. Oh, it does. Okay. That's awesome, actually. Did the last one have tire printing? I don't think it did. Okay, so here they are. Super clean, in my opinion. Nice white and black with a little bit of red accents on the... for the sponsorship logos. Let's start off with the Silvia. So this is Mini GT number 1054, Nissan S15 Silvia LB Super Silhouette Athlete. And then there's the back. I love these new Nissan licensing sticker that Nissan is doing now. So much better than just a Nissan print. I think that looks really, really cool. Kind of like shifts into like a diamond pattern, and then there's like a I was going to say, it looks like there's a shield with like a check mark, but maybe that's just little like Nissan logos back in there. I don't really know. But yeah, I really like that new Nissan sticker. That is super cool. And here is the car. So again, like I said, nice, super clean white livery, really nice sponsorship logo. This one's pretty tasteful. Some of these are just kind of like crazy, like there's just stuff everywhere. I do like these versions quite a bit. And like I said, this one also does have tire printing. It's got Advan Yokohama in white print, which is actually really surprising because these wheels, the sides of the wheels are kind of like stretched. Obviously, so it gives the car a stanced look because the real life cars do. But I'm surprised they actually chose to print on that little sideways angled piece of tire. But I'm glad they did. I think it looks absolutely amazing, and I'm glad to see Mini GT improve with this kind of stuff. So it makes me very happy. But nice 5-spoke. I think those are probably the same wheels we've seen on all of the other ones so far. There might have been a couple that were different, but pretty standard. And then you've got Liberty Walk on the side in that red circle, the number 23 Athlete, and then all kinds of sponsorship logos. Liqua Moly. Ooh, does that... Okay, that's actually funny. That says Tarmac Cards. I cannot believe that Mini GT put that on there. Because I don't think Glenn and Felix are super big fans of each other anymore. I think there's some hard feelings there. But yeah, that is a Tarmac Cards logo. That's funny. That's really funny. Well, but like thinking about it, like it makes sense. I'm just surprised they didn't omit it from the livery on Mini GT's end. But Tarmac Cards is actually like a legit Liberty Walk sponsor now, just like Mini GT is. So like it makes sense. Plus, like Tarmac Works is making their stuff in 143 scale. So like it definitely makes sense, but that is just kind of funny to me. Anyways, you got Tone, all kinds of other stuff that I don't recognize. Advan down in the side of that splitter right there, which is really cool. That's actually a print. I do not think that is a decal. But yeah, Mini GT logo back there. Of course, this is the same wide body kit we've seen on all of these. There's nothing different with the casting. Just a nice livery, really. Tiny back wing. This thing always, I don't know, strange to me. It looks to be a little tilted to the right over there. Looks like this side is a little bit lower, which does kind of bug me. I wonder if I'll be able to push that down a little bit. So yeah, a little bit crooked on the wing. Hopefully if any of you get this, it's not like that. Tarmac Cards logo on the back again on both sides of the license plate. That's Army. Or that's awesome. And then the Army Tricks logo. Taillights are pretty much the same. Bunch of like black venting detail, it looks like. And then there's the other side. Looks pretty good. Massive front splitter on this one with Tone and Yokohama on it. Mini DT logos front and center. And everything looks pretty good up here. Headlights aren't too bad. There's some detail back behind that lens. Okay, this one looks like it's not all the way in that housing, and it looks a little foggy. Man, I really wish Mini GT could fix their foggy headlights. That is like one of my biggest pet peeves, and it happens too often, it feels like. But anyways, and then there's all the stuff there. More sponsorship logos on the side. Collet athlete right there. Liberty Walk. Very cool. And then, of course, you have the big LB on the roof with Yokohama and Collet. Collet? I don't know how. I think that's French. I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyways, there's the bottom. It is a 2002 Nissan Silvia. And it's pretty nice. I definitely don't mind this one. It's a nice, clean one. I will say, though, this casting right here, this Silhouette Silvia, is the new R35. As you guys know, they have made a ridiculous amount of R35 Liberty Walks, and I think this is the replacement for that. I think this is going to be a casting that just never goes away, which is annoying for me, because there's a lot of other stuff I'd like to see, and the releases are getting clogged up with just an abhorrent amount of Liberty Walks, so I don't know. While I do like these two cars, I just wish they would slow it down on the Liberty Walk a little bit. Anyways, let's move on. So this one is number 1059, Nissan LB-ER34 Super Silhouette. And this one is also in the Athlete Collet livery. New Nissan badge on this one as well. Of course, Liberty Walk licensing, all that good stuff. And here is this one. So it might just be because this casting is more fresh, but I do like this ER34 casting more than the Silvia. So far anyways. There are some Silvias that I really, really do like, but this casting just feels, I don't know, it feels good. It feels fresh, and I like it. So, like I said, with the tires, more tire printing on this one. You have Advan lettering in white, and then Yokohama with also the little red Yokohama logo, and then it looks like there's some red, I don't know what you like, some red designs on the tire as well, which makes it look really, really nice. Like, that's the kind of detail that makes Diecast look like really premium, like well above its price point, in my opinion. Because I think I paid $13 or $14 for this. So like, that looks like more than a $13 or $14 to me, especially with that interior color. So very nice. Wheels are awesome. It's a 5-spoke. The tires are not like stretched like the Silvias are, but they are pushed up under the front fenders and a little bit in the back fender, and it does make it look like, obviously it makes it look slammed, but it also does kind of give it a little bit of like a stanced illusion to it. If you can see that. I don't know if it picks up well on camera, but it is very nice. I like how they decided to do that. And other than that, the livery, I think, is pretty much exactly the same, maybe some slight differences. The Tarmac Cards logos are still there, and all the stuff on the side looks pretty similar to me. Like I said, there might be some minor differences here, but everything's pretty similar, just on a different car. There's the back view. Taillights actually look pretty dang good on this one. A lot of the times on these R34s and R35s, the taillights will not be centered very well. They do look pretty nice on this one. And I think one of the things I like more about the R34 is that the wing is not all like skinny. Like it actually fills out the back of the car quite nicely. So, and then it's got the top part's black, Liberty Walk on top. It just looks better, I think, in my opinion. But, yeah, like I said, color on the interior looks awesome. Yellow roll cage and red seats. That's what, like, even if they just do that, I feel like this is something they should start doing for, like, every car. They've done it with all of these R34s so far, I think. I don't know about the event models. But, like, why can't they do that with the Silvias as well? It's got a roll cage. Like, it wouldn't be that hard to paint these parts before putting them in, especially if you're just painting the whole part one color. Like, how hard is it to paint some seats red and the roll cage yellow? I don't think it would be that bad. But anyways, looks pretty good. Here's the front. Headlights on this one actually look amazing. I think these are the best headlights I've ever gotten on an R34. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know if these ones were the same. Oh no, this one was really clear too. Was the red one? Yeah. Okay, so they must have just gotten something right with this casting, because the headlights are crystal clear. Love that. And there's actually some really nice detail back in that housing as well. Love to see it. Front splitter, of course, super crazy, super long, sticks out super far. You've got like some side supports on both sides, which is something the Silvia does not have. And then there's also some fans on that radiator in there. I don't know, it's either a radiator or an intercooler or something, but there's a couple fans on it, which looks pretty neat. And then some venting on the hood as well. Yeah, looks really good. These liveries are super similar. And I feel like this is a pretty good pair, especially since they decided to do some tire printing for the S15. I think that's amazing. So yeah, these are definitely high up on my list so far for both of these castings. I really like them. And I don't really have much more to say than that. The people that like this stuff are going to buy it. People that don't really care too much, probably maybe won't, maybe will. I don't know. But you guys, let me know what you think of these two down in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you in the next one.